let you know as soon as it's live. We're rolling on video, rolling on audio. Music. 111. It's been too long, Destiny. I can't remember all your stuff.
It's okay. We just got to cue the music.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Music?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
It's just like a little intro song. I'll probably change it one day, but I just found something that worked.
It's an intro song. Damn it, where is it? What's with the phones?
Those are my fans.
Oh, hey guys. Hey fans. Hello.
They're all cheering for me. They're all videoing me with their phones. Thank you.
It was an honor to be here.
Thank you. No, it's been a while. Thank you. Wow.
They really like us.
It doesn't stop. Let's see. I'm trying to find your fucking music. Yes. That's it, right?
Yeah.
God, I thought I was going to lose my mind. All right. Okay.
That might be them.
This will probably be good timing. Hey, everybody. We'll be starting the show here in just a second. We're just waiting for some visitors here. We got a great show. We have the great firefighter and pilot. Jadalyn is in the house today. Destiny, what are you guys going to be talking about? What are some of the quick...
So we are talking a little bit conspiracy theory.
A little bit.
And then we're going to talk about why I was gone, made surgery. And then we're going to go into a little bit of childhood trauma talk. Not too much, just lightly visit it. So...
And as always, we always invite people to comment below the video, and we'll put your comments on screen and all that stuff too. So, and they might even respond. You never know. And Destiny, you can take it away whenever you're ready. If we want to see if the guests are here.
Yeah, let's check. Girl, go. You can just sit down right there, it's good. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let me know when you're ready back there.
All good.
All good. All right. Welcome back to Baby Mama Drama, where we talk all things babies, mamas, and said drama. After a long break, we're back, and I have someone very special here with me today. Hey, girl.
Hi.
We've been so giggly. Like, she was making me cry laughing earlier. But this is Jadalyn. This is a dear friend of mine. She actually is the person who, when my water broke, her and Carter drove up onto the sidewalk of my apartment building, like it was in a movie, and helped me get out the door and to the hospital.
Yeah, swooped her up like Superman.
Sure did. A little Spider-Man action. But Jadalyn is a firefighter.
I am.
Which is so cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about what your life is like doing that?
Well, I kind of got into it pretty fast. It's a really fun career. I like that I get to be outside and every day is a different day, so.
What's scary about it? Because I feel like I'm a little intimidated, like fires.
I mean,
are hot.
At first, during the training, you experience a lot of new things that you're not used to. You get a little nervous.
Such as, like, what? Give me some examples.
Live burns, going up really tall ladders onto the rooftop of buildings, and just, like, being in a place where, like, the whole room's smoked out during, like, search and rescues. It's a really fun job, though, and I love it. I don't think I was nervous. I don't think I was scared. But now I'm just so used to everything that it's just, like, nature to me,
What's one thing that you didn't expect out of the job that you, like, really enjoy about it? Like, what's rewarding? Like, saving lives? Is that, like, the big
Saving
one?
lives is rewarding. People saying thank you. It's kind of like community. Like, we do a lot of community events. We get to see people. I enjoy it.
Okay. I love that. And not only does she kick ass firefighting, but she flies planes. Like, what can this girl not do? She just does everything. So what's that like? And how did you get into that?
I just remember I was scrolling on my phone and I just saw someone fly a plane and I was like, you know, you only live once. And I was like, that looks fun.
YOLO.
I want to do that. Next thing you know, I'm flying a plane. I'm sending my friend pictures and videos and they're just like, wow, you know, it's amazing.
So you are still taking classes for...
Yes, I'm waiting to get back on my medicals. So right now I'm only a student pilot.
Okay. Yeah, one day I was just like scrolling through my Instagram and I see on Jadalyn's story she's flying an airplane. I'm like, what the hell? But I just think that's so cool and very inspiring. And you're also in school, like summer classes, like kicking butt,
Yes,
doing that too.
my last 2 classes. Can't wait to get that.
Last 2 already? You flew through that.
I know.
I'm like taking mine really slow, but you're like kicking butt.
We're gonna have to celebrate when I graduate.
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding? But also we have a lot of parallels in our upbringing. So she's conquering life like I don't even know. She's just kicking butt all over the place. How long have you been a firefighter for, actually?
I started in September, so almost a year now.
Okay.
Coming up.
Do you have like a story that you could tell about like a life-saving story? You don't have to give names or anything, but just like a general.
I don't really have a life-saving story yet. I haven't experienced a lot considering I'm in a small town, you know, where I work at, so we don't get that many calls. I think the most recent one was like a dumpster fire, and that was pretty cool. You know, it was pretty big. Put it out. I haven't saved like a person's life yet, but
Are you ever scared of getting burned or like choking on like smoke?
No.
Because you wear like the masks and like, okay.
Can you carry a body up a ladder?
yes,
She's really strong.
That's crazy to
Yeah.
me. I mean, I think that'd be whatever. I mean, I'm 6'3" and big, and to me that would be difficult, you know.
we have like 200-pound dummies that we have to drag around all the time, and they aren't too bad. We learn different techniques. There's a way to do it. Like, it's not like you're going in there alone. It's always 2 people at least, and you get help.
That's good. Teamwork. Amazing. Yeah, and then also more recently, I just finished with my surgery in Turkey, and I'll talk more on that in a little bit here, but she picked me up from the airport, and it was so sweet. She like had a gift basket ready for me and everything. I started crying because I was like so tired. I was up for like 30 hours. I was miserable. But she's just a really, really good friend doing really awesome things, and I think she's not a mother yet, but as soon as you do become one, I know you'll be a great one. The reason why I brought her on the show today, though, is to talk a little bit about like childhood trauma stuff. But before we get there, this was my baby shower, and we're going to show you a couple pictures of... Don't make me laugh. Okay, so there's us, and there's Jules, and then Carter was the one, her friend, that they drove up onto the sidewalk to pick me up when my water broke. And then her sister is there somewhere. Yeah.
The one in the middle, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think you get the gist.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. But yes, so the reason I was gone, there she is.
Biological sister, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, we used to hang out some time ago, and then yeah, we're no longer cool. Anyways, so the reason I was gone was I had surgery in Turkey. I think I'm pretty transparent about that. If you go to my Instagram, you can see each day and how crazy I looked. So fun stuff, actually. So on my way out of Minnesota, yep, there I am. It was not fun. The first week was hell. I looked like a monster. My face was like so big. It was so sad. But I'm recovering really quick, so I'm really happy about that. On the way out of the airport here, my first flight was delayed like 12 hours. And then we had like bombed Iran's like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the day I was flying
That
over
is so
there.
scary.
And that's the airport in Istanbul. And it was so gorgeous. Like I was one of the most gorgeous airports I've ever seen in my
It
life.
was really pretty.
But yeah, so there we had that Iran attack, and Turkey's right next to Iran, so I was a little nervous, just like flying over there. Not that I was scared that anything was going to happen or the people were mean or anything, but just that it was in such a close vicinity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but it was fine. And then because we were delayed like 12 hours, I'll get there. We actually got upgraded. So we got first class on the way there. Yes. And we needed it after barely sleeping, packing the night before, and then waiting 12 hours at the airport.
That must have been nice.
Before even leaving, we were so tired by the time we got to Amsterdam. So Amsterdam to Istanbul, we were in first class, and they have like layback massage seats, and you get like
on the plane.
Yes, and you get like a 3-4 course meal with like
goodness.
whatever drinks. I couldn't drink, but still can't, and I'm happy about that. But that was an experience, so that was fun. And then when we finally got to Istanbul, we had one more flight to Antalya, Turkey. The reason that I went to Turkey was because their doctors, I feel like, are much better than the ones here in the US. And the doctor that I went to, I actually had a friend of mine see him a year prior.
Oh, yeah.
So I already had somebody that had gone to him and like had a whole experience, and she just told me how great it was, and she looked gorgeous, and I was like, I want that. But if we're talking about it, I might as well just say what I got. I did an upper blepharoplasty. I did a fox eye, which is just like the shape that they like sew your eyelid back together. And then I did a mid facelift and a rhinoplasty. It was a lot, but worth it.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. But so for the first 5 days, I couldn't see. I was miserable. I couldn't even see the medications that I had to take, and there was like 20 of them. So that was not fun. If you do go to my Instagram, there's like so many things on there on like what to bring, how to prepare, all different kinds of things, because there's a lot to it. Like, you shouldn't just book it and go the next week. Like, you have to prepare like months in advance. You have to stop drinking. You have to stop certain medications. It's just a lot. And then afterwards, I couldn't wash my hair because of the staples in the side of my head.
Yes.
Yeah, Jadalyn washed my hair for the first time too when I came
get
home.
in there and just like
I was,
scrub it down.
yeah. But that's why she's so amazing. She literally brought me a gift basket
It's the bare
at
minimum,
the airport, and then helped me wash my hair. You're so sweet. You're like my little sister.
That's when you need your friends the most, is when like you're going through something, especially health related. Like you need someone right by your side.
And I had you, thank goodness. It was so tough too. It's like, it's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing, because you have to look crazy for like a whole week too.
Yeah, and you're still like wearing off like the medications,
Anesthesia,
and stuff, and
all of it.
it's a lot.
It was tough. And then I couldn't eat for like 3 or 4 days. It was smoothies and soups only. Like, it was so tough.
When did your son see it? Just
Oh
out
my
of
gosh.
curiosity.
Thank God you asked. So he saw me on FaceTime, like, I think 4 or 5 days in, I was still very swollen. But instead of like being scared of me, he knew it was my voice. He started laughing at me. I was like really surprised at his reaction. I was not expecting that at all. But yeah, soups and smoothies. I will say the fruit smoothies over there and the pressed juices were some of the best that I've ever had. The food over there is also very clean. Like, I lost a lot of weight actually eating.
I know.
When
I
I
remember you
started
telling
eating.
me about that, like how the food's so different.
It's just not, it doesn't have any preservatives or like pesticides or artificial.
Food dyes.
Yes, all of that. Like, they don't use that. So America needs to get it together.
Was the surgery cheaper at all, like in Turkey?
Actually, yes, that's another reason why I went over. It probably was a third of the cost that it would have been here.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It was, yeah, very, very reasonable. So, and my doctor, like, every single picture that I've seen him do for a procedure was like amazing. Like, all of his work was so
I know.
good.
I even took a look and I was like, I'm glad she's going to.
Like, she's in good
Looks
hands. What else? Oh, and then I was struggling with like stomach aches so bad because I was on like 50 different medications. It was miserable, I will say. Sorry,
I froze.
I'm frozen. Yeah, okay, here we go. But yeah, so I wanted to bring Jadalyn on because we have a lot of parallels with like childhood trauma, and we don't have to get into what exactly the trauma is, but just that it affects you in adulthood. So I found this article on Penn State Health News, and basically what it says is this. It says how childhood trauma can affect health for a lifetime. It talks about ACE, which is, what do they call it? Adult childhood experiences. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. ACE exposure. So basically it talks about, it says 64% of adults in the United States have experienced at least one kind of adverse childhood experience before the age of 18, while nearly 1 in 6 report experiencing 4 or more. And this is according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So it says those who experience 4 or more adverse experiences during childhood are at significantly higher risk of developing chronic health problems and serious mental illness. I don't think that everyone that experiences childhood trauma ends up with mental illness. It's just you have like a much higher risk, you know? And then it says ACEs are potentially traumatic events like abuse, neglect, exposure to household dysfunction. And I go into this in some of my previous podcast episodes. If you guys have been listening, you know I talk about like the environmental, the sociological impacts that a person can have. So like your environment affects you, the people you have around you, and like your mentality and your physical health. Mm-hmm. So all of these things have an effect on your
heavy on environment,
day-to-day life. Heavy on environment, right? Because you and I both know like our environments were not healthy growing up, and we had nothing to do with that, right? Like you can't help what family you're born into, mm-hmm. but you can help how you react and how you grow from it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people choose to do the opposite of what we did and take their pain and
you either become like your parents or you refuse to be like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm so proud of you, because you're like just took on everything, like just flying planes, firefighting, like really killing it.
I don't know, like I looked at like my environment and I was like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to live a life like that. Like it's depressing, it's sad, and it definitely builds a lot of character and it makes you a stronger person.
I agree. I think the saddest part about it is that you can't like help them change. Like you can't help them want to change either.
You try so hard.
I know, it's so sad because like I know for myself, like my parents could make such better decisions if I were them, but it's like you're not them, so they're just making their own decisions. They're stuck in their own psychological loop some days, and like you can't do anything but sit and watch, like give them solid advice, but they can take it or leave it, But also it says in here, what are the risk factors for adverse childhood experiences? This hit hard when I read this. Low income. We both grew up in very low-income houses. Mm-hmm. Adults with low levels of education. My parents both went to college, but never really did anything like big with their college degrees. My dad is a taxidermist, which I think is cool, but he does he paints fish, which is cool. So he's an artist, essentially.
That's super cool.
Yeah, but my mom, she doesn't work. And then it says children and youth who are socially isolated with friends who engage in aggressive or delinquent behavior. So when you're born into a family that's already kind of like wild, I feel like you're more apt to hang out with other people that are kind of like...
Yeah, because you're too, like, even if you try to make friends with like normal, I don't know, other normal teenagers or children, it's like some people will just, they judge you instantly and they're like, oh, I don't want to be around that.
Or the parents of the kids are like, don't hang out with them.
Yeah, I've had friends where like we had to do separate birthday parties with me, or like they didn't want to sleep over at my house because they were too scared or like nervous. And it's just like, I never let anyone come over, and I've always just been the type to just like, I don't know, put on a face and go to their house and pretend like everything's normal.
My mom smoked cigarettes in the house, so I never wanted anyone at my house. I was like so embarrassed all the time. And it's to some people it's not a big deal. It's like whatever, but for me I was like, that was like mortifying.
No, my parents smoked in the house all the time too, and like you're going to school and you smell like cigarettes. The teacher can smell you, the students can smell you, and it's like there's nothing you can do about it.
Except I would like douse myself in perfume, but I'd still smell like cigarettes. Thanks, Mom. Just kidding. I love my mom. She just lives how like she thinks she was supposed to, and she was raised like I think my grandmother until recently. She quit smoking. Finally, love you, Grams. She used to smoke in the house too. So it's just like something they did, you know? So for us, we're like, nowadays, people would be like, oh, I'd never do that. Why would you even?
It's because everyone has vapes now.
Yeah, that too. Community-related risk factors include high rates of violence or crime, high rates of poverty and limited education or economic opportunity, unstable housing, and frequent food insecurity. My mom was on food stamps my whole life, so yours too?
Yeah.
Like, got that EBT card.
Food stamps, Section 8, all of
No
that.
shade. Like, I mean, if you need it, you should get help. But it's just interesting how far you grow from, like, a life like that.
Yeah, it's definitely very different, and it's something I wish for nobody to ever go through because it does impact you a lot mentally, and it's a lot. And I could understand if someone, like, it's hard to get out of.
Yeah,
It's a cycle.
It is. It really is. What do you think the hardest part was for you to like break your family's cycle and like get over that hump to be able to do the things that you are doing now?
I think what impacted the most or was really hard is like it was the environment, and I just needed to get out of the environment. At a very young age, we were bouncing house to house or sleeping in, like, a car or something. And then it came to a point where, like, I had to go to school at one point with a bag of everything I had and didn't even had one pair of shoes and asked friends if I can go sleep with at their house. So.
Yeah, that's so tough.
It is. It's really tough mentally, and your environment does impact you because I'm so lucky my foster mom took me in because right when she took me in is when I started working. I got my GED. Like, I don't really talk to my parents. It was, like, very, like, mutual, and I finally just, like, once you have that roof over your head and food in your stomach, I am so grateful. Like, that impacts you so much.
I always say stability is so, so, so important for children to have. It's like some kind of structure and stability so that they can just get like their normal day-to-day things done without stressing, without having those cortisol levels through the roof. For me, it was like there was always some kind of fights going on between my mom and whoever she was dating at the time. So it was just always like arguing and chaotic. And then I have 4 little brothers running around the house, and I'm supposed to be telling them what to do, clean the house, and they don't listen to me. And then I get in trouble. It's just like, it's just crazy. Always this chaos. But as soon as I had some kind of like stability and structure, I was getting straight A's in school. I actually was like skipping classes because I was so smart and I didn't need to take them, things like that. So like environment and structure is so important. I can't stress that enough.
100%.
But and then it says adverse childhood trauma is a health equity issue. This basically just talks about like different like epigenetics, illustrating the power of environment, yada, yada. But then it says, what can we do? While we cannot control the environments of our patients or where they come from or create jobs for them, healthcare professionals can make a difference. So I always suggest like there's so many programs out there for adults and children. I was in therapy. I think I started therapy. Like I was taken out of my home at like 3 in foster care, and then I came back and I was taken again at 12 or 13. Therapy was like so and for me. Just having that extra outside person that doesn't know and isn't inside the home, doesn't know like everything, just to listen to me, and give sound advice. It didn't fix any problems. It was still like chaos.
It's just good to have someone you can like speak to freely without being judged.
Exactly.
It's always the best.
What kind of help did you get throughout your younger years to be able to get through that stuff?
So our healthcare was really off and on, so it was really hard to find like therapy, but I remember talking to like school counselors and stuff, or even just teachers, like, obviously they'd see me not in school all the time, or they're like, where are you? What's going on? And obviously like it was a lot of personal issues. So they helped me a lot. They helped me with clothes. They helped me with food, just everything. And it made a really big impact significantly. It was amazing.
Yes, it's so important. So important to have some kind of outside help. So that was on the website I had mentioned, Penn State Health News article. And what else was I going to... the statistic... Did I mention this already? The 64% of adults... Yeah, I think I did. Anyways, so those who experience 4 or more adverse experiences during childhood are significantly more likely. And we think that, like, 4, like, that seems like a lot, but it happens so much faster than people think. So I just put, like, I was writing, we can't control the environments of others. Like, so badly I wanted to, like, help save other friends that were, like, going through stuff. And, like, you're a kid, you can't really, like, do anything. It's so hard. But then I found this TED Talk, and it is Nadine Burke Harris. And there's a quote in the comments, and I thought this was really powerful. It says, "I wish someone told my mother before she had children, if you do not love life, do not create life." Isn't that good? Because, like, for me, my mom struggled with addiction, which is, like, a disease. So I don't hate her for it. Like, it's not... I love her to death, but it's just, I wish she had tried harder to keep us, because being given up was, like, broke my heart. The abandonment issues thing, like, took me years, probably, like, till the last 5 years to get over.
You gotta heal from that.
Yes, it's not, you can't slap a Band-Aid on that.
No.
And then next topic, you guys, I finally have a listener's topic, and I'm so excited to share this. We have Cassandra wrote in, and she wrote in this inspiring story, and then she's got a funny story. So we're going to share those. Her story begins, she said, "Hey girl, I just started listening to you," shout out to Cassandra, "and I love how your content is so relatable and not too crazy, where expectations are crazy but doable. I love it. Us moms have to find some help one way or another. Yes, find your tribe." I always say that. She says, "I'm a mom of 4 total, stepmom of 2, bio mom of 2, and I just turned 30. I had my life somewhat balanced. Honestly, I had a great nursing job, perfect schedule, and a healthy environment. My baby girl was 2 at the time, and I had just gotten married. Fast forward 4 months later, we were tired, got pregnant with our last boy. I had some plans to have 3 of my own, and God had other plans for me. My sweet boy came out with a severe, rare heart condition. He literally only had half of his heart and had multiple open heart surgeries, a lot of hospitalizations. His first 7 months in the hospital, 4 hours away from home. Can you imagine? That's so tough." And she said, "So boom, my life turned upside down. I gave up my job to care for him. Can you imagine a deep hole of depression that I was in? It was terrible. Long story short, I had many, many lonely days at the hospital with my sweet boy, and I was crushed about losing my job. God whispered in my ear and literally said, I have other plans. I have a brilliant idea to start a home business making bling shirts." I just watched a reel today about how if you have higher power or worship God or whoever, how you can get these ideas or messages from your higher power, and it's not, they won't tell you how to do it, but they'll tell you what to do, and you just have to kind of listen, and you'll figure it out. So I love this.
Bless her heart.
God whispered in my ear and literally said, I have other plans. I have a brilliant idea to start a home business making bling shirts. I have no idea how to do it, but was determined to figure it out. After long research, I found out when I came home from the hospital, I was reckless and just made shirts. I went full blown. And girl, let me tell you, God was not kidding. I was drowning in orders, and there was nothing around like what I did in my small town. And it helped my mental health so much. It literally took me out of the trenches and out of depression. I started to see it as my self-care. I would relax with stones and just be in my zone. 2 years later, I can say I'm doing great now, and I even craft when I feel overwhelmed or stressed. And I like to think that maybe I don't have time for the gym or anything, but I made a way to take care of my mental health, and I blossomed. So don't ever feel like it's the end of the world when it's literally just the beginning. I love that story.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Cassandra, for writing in. I'm going to share her funny story, too, because I shared this with you earlier. I was laughing so hard. Okay. Cassandra says, I was playing lottery scratchers. I love scratchers. My husband was driving, and I was in the back seat with the babies. I scratched and was winning. And then, boom, I won $30,000. Yes, $30,000. So I thought. I literally screamed so loud and was freaking out. Mind you, I have babies in the back seat. LOL. I told him to pull over and let me at it like it was nighttime. And he pulls over to an almond orchard and gets off and comes around to check my ticket. I confused a symbol. I've never seen my husband so pissed and annoyed with me. I got back in the car so sad and cried because I thought I won, and now I was in the hot seat with my husband.
That would have been a quiet ride home.
Can you imagine this poor girl? And then she said, I joke about it now to this day, and he still says that it's the one time he wanted to drop me off and leave me stranded.
Poor girl.
I know. This is a great story, though.
That's funny.
But she said, to conclude, now I've been a stepmom for 9 years. I've raised these kids since they were 2 and 4. We've always had a somewhat toxic relationship, my husband and I, with my husband's ex, her husband's ex. And the kids were in the middle of everything. It was raw and ugly. Fast forward, their mom passed away a few months ago, and we're dying with the guilt. We have to raise them. While they probably have some resentment towards us, now they will always have the memories of us talking poorly about her, or even all of our negative interactions when she was primarily the issue. But she says it's a lesson learned. Regardless of the situation, do not involve the kids. They are purely innocent and shouldn't ever be dragged into anything that happens. More often than not, you think it's worth it, but it's not. Speaking from experience, let our ego get hurt before hurting the kids. I agree with that wholeheartedly. 100%. Yeah, I remember times where, like, my parents would fight, or my dad one time fought my mom's boyfriend. He was trying to protect her because he was, like, doing some crazy stuff, but... yeah, those times are like engraved in your brain because they're traumatic. Forever. So yeah, I think it's super important to be really careful about what you expose to your children.
Always leave the children out of it.
Always.
Innocent.
Yes, 1,000%.
And nobody's perfect, and I'm glad she made that, like, she noticed that.
Yes. And it's never too late to, like, make changes if you make mistakes. It's just... you have to be careful. Just have to be careful. Kids, a lot of different things can impact them in different ways. And I don't think that, like, no children should ever have, like, a traumatic thing happen to them. Not that I think they should experience trauma, but also what we go through as children shapes us. So
character.
It does build character. So if you can learn from something, then that will impact you later. As far as conspiracy talk, I was going to mention, we're on our last topic here, but I was going to mention that my friend, okay, so we were talking about dreams.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to mention one quick side story about my friend Cha-Cha. Shout out Cha-Cha. I love you, Cha-Cha. So she had a dream, and I hope it's okay that I'm sharing this, but she posted on her story, she had a dream that something happened to her brother or brother-in-law, I can't remember. Either way, and she woke up and, like, texted him and was like, are you okay? And he's like, well, I'm at the hospital right now. And, part of his finger was cut off. What the hell?
That's like intuition. You know, like she was dreaming and like her intuition was like...
And that happened to me back in February. You guys know when I had like my ear issues and stuff. How I woke up one morning. I did mention this in one of the shows. And I felt like something was off. Like I knew something had happened to my dog. Like I just knew it in the pits of my stomach. I knew. I didn't know how I knew, but I knew. And then not even like 2 hours later, my stepmom calls me and she's like, Destiny, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, Keela died. And she's like, yes. How'd you know? I said, I could feel it. I'm going to tear up. But I felt it. It's crazy because I felt it and I knew it happened. And I was already dealing with so much that I was fine. It was like so much trauma happening at once that I was like, oh, just add it in.
That's so weird how our bodies like know that.
Yeah.
It like subliminally puts that in like our dreams, or like when you dream about someone, people say like that's them thinking about you or something.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. But you had a story to share about dreams. Did you?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know if I want to share. I told her about my dream like earlier today, but it's just
I can't remember what the dream was.
It was so bad. It was like traumatizing. It was like traumatic.
Oh, okay. Let's not. We don't have to get into it. It's okay. So another thing we're gonna talk about here, if I can scroll, guys, my page is everywhere. Stay-at-home moms versus dual income, no kids.
Sham versus think.
Yeah. So what did you want to talk about as far as like, just like the contrast between them?
I guess it's like debatable. Like a lot of people like to debate. Like some women or mothers are like, oh, I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom, or some women rather be like, oh, I'd rather just have a significant other and just have dual income, no kids for a while, and then maybe settle down later.
I think it really comes down to your desires, because I have a cousin and she's getting married soon. Love her to death. Samantha's getting married.
Congratulations.
Yes. Congrats to her and Tony. But what they're doing, she's made it very clear for most of her life, and I don't know if this has ever changed. I don't want to like say that she's never going to have kids, but she made it very clear that she just didn't want them. And like, I never understood that, but then I've been hearing it so much more lately that people are just making that decision. It's too much work. They want to enjoy their lives and not have the responsibilities.
No, because nowadays it's like,
it's so expensive.
Yeah, people can't financially afford children. Like, there's a lot of things going on with, like, the economic state of the world.
Yeah, because back in the day, they used to have kids to help them get the work done around the house.
Yeah,
and like,
the men would go join the military, and the women would stay home and have a whole bunch of babies. And it's just, like, but it was also very toxic back then.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors that wasn't visible that would be today. Like, they didn't have cell phones to be like, oh, like, this traumatic thing happened in my house. You know, they just had to, like, deal with it, you know? Mm-hmm. But comparing, like, a stay-at-home mom, like, sometimes I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom, but I like to work. I like doing things too much. Like, I love coming and doing my podcast. I love going to school and learning things. So, I don't know. For me, it's like, I love being at home with my son, but I also love my me time so much that if I don't have that, I would kind of like go crazy.
This might be a hot take, but I feel like if I was a mother, I would also want like a nanny once in a while I go do the things I want to do. Like, I want to go to yoga. I want to go outside. I want to go travel. But I also want to, you know, if I have my children, obviously I'm going to do things with them as well, but I also want to live my life as well.
It's hard. So that's why I think stay-at-home moms are killing it, because they don't get that free time really. Unless the husband comes home and they get to like go out and do something. They have their kids with them all the time. Like my stepsister Tatum, she's a stay-at-home mom. Mm-hmm. Love her to death. That's what she does. She's just always at home with the kids. And for me, like, yeah, it's great for a while. For a while, until you want to go and enjoy.
Some people
yourself.
enjoy it a lot, like they love it, but sometimes you miss like the things that you want to do and the hobbies that you like.
Right.
And having a child, it's like a lot of multitasking, and I give a lot of mothers props for that. I don't know how you guys do it. It's wild.
Well, yeah, it's tough because I want to be playing like toys with my son and like his cars that he'll pull out, like his whole tub of cars, and bring it all out to the living room. And I'll have like just cleaned the house. Like the house just got clean, and he'll bring out like 7 different toys and 50 different cars. And I'm like, okay. You know, you can't make him feel bad because they just want to play. Mm-hmm. But it is frustrating sometimes when you do all of this work. And especially if you're a single stay-at-home mom, like, holy holy
That's
buckets.
a lot, because not only are you taking care of a child, you're also taking care of yourself, and you have your needs as well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you gotta start putting your needs aside, and it sucks.
Yes.
It really does.
It does. I don't know, but that's the thing is, like, after I had my son, my life changed forever. So before I had my son, I was just kind of, like, doing whatever, and, like, I still enjoyed my life. Like, I had a very, very blessed life in Miami. Like, I worked really hard, and I enjoyed it to the fullest. But as far as, like, being grounded and having more structure and boundaries and stability, that didn't happen until I had my son. And now I'm, like, my 10 toes down, like, really finally crushing things because I have a reason to. You know, I have somebody to live for. I have somebody
gives you that
counting on
motivation.
me. Yes, 100%. Whereas before I didn't really have that. Like, it didn't matter if I would fail because nobody was counting on me. Like, I could always start over, do something else. But now it's like, I feel like I don't have a choice and I have to find a way to succeed. That's the difference for me.
I love that for you.
I think that all moms should take that time. Like, I think it's pivotal to take that time for yourself and enjoy yourself. Because do you ever talk to the moms who just live for their kids?
I mean,
They're great people. Like, it's admirable, but it's like they're dead.
yeah, it's almost like you have to take time, some kind of time for yourself, or I always say you have to take some kind of time for yourself to be the best mother that you can be. Otherwise, if you're missing that piece, I feel like you can't be 100% there. And that may not be true for everyone, but for me specifically, that's what I need.
I think that those women struggle more, or dads even, like they struggle more when their kids become, because they are going to leave your nest eventually, right? Like that's inevitable, as much as you might not be there now. But it's like they seem to struggle more as like empty nesters too, and they don't have any of their own life,
Right. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have today. Unless, Jadalyn, do you have any more conspiracy theory talk that you want to dig into? We have a little time. So.
I don't know. I feel like I might have to touch that next time or something.
How about a fire message for parents out there?
Yes. So, okay, one thing that Jadalyn told me that I never knew is that Teslas start on fire all the time.
Oh, yeah. No. Those lithium batteries, they don't go out. Like, it could take 3 months for those to go out. So, like, if one of those were to go off in a garage, like in an apartment, the chances of the apartment setting on fire is actually very high. You have to literally pull the whole car out, drench it in water, literally soak the whole car in water, because there's been moments down in like maybe Arizona.
Okay.
Because, like electric cars are getting very popular now. They all have lithium batteries. So if one of those cars set on fire, especially in a hot state like Arizona where it's dry and hot, you could soak that car in water for probably like a month, take it out, and it'll still be on fire.
That's crazy. That's
Yes.
crazy because of lithium, right?
Yeah.
That's wild. You guys be careful with the electric cars.
People think
especially
it's like the
Tesla.
safe option, but
Not hating on Tesla because they're beautiful cars, but low key, like, safety wise,
The trucks are murder machines too. No crumple zones, 6,000 pounds.
Wait, are you talking about the big Tesla trucks?
The Tesla trucks. I used to be interested in one. I was even in the line, like paid to be in line to get one. And then you start learning they're stainless steel, so they don't have crumple zones. They weigh 6,000 pounds, which a regular car might be 1,500 or something. So they're way heavier. So that thing, if you hit another, like a family with that, you have obliterated their car. Like obliterated.
oh my goodness.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were like bulletproof.
It's safe for the people inside. I'm saying so, but for your insurance and your life,
Them hitting another car would be.
if you T-bone some family, let's say, right? Or just there's some horrible
You'll
thing
be safe,
like those
but
things,
other people
right?
won't.
And still, you'll be safe. I wonder with the lack of crumple zones, because so if you get a little fender bender or scratch to fix that is
I don't really trust these
insane.
electric cars.
Yeah, I love my little Buick that I have, a 2024
I know,
Buick.
you just
yours
got
is
it.
nice,
It's
yeah.
cute.
Thank you. I love her. She has all the safety features, like the red light that flashes on the dash when I get too close to a car, or if there's a car too close to me, or it has the stay in the line thing, so you don't.
Is it quiet? Like Does it do that thing where it goes to silent though? That weirds me out.
What do you mean?
You know, like when you can't hear the engine noise for a lot of electric cars or hybrid type cars.
Yeah, actually my engine's really quiet, but like I have the automatic start thing too, so where like when you stop, the engine stops.
Oh, yeah, it shuts off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that still weirds me out too.
I turn that off when I'm like in traffic, obviously, because it's
Yeah.
really annoying. But
I can
otherwise,
understand
it does save gas. I get really good gas mileage. I always tell people like the new Buicks, like the Invista and the Enclave, like 5 stars.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes, I'm promoting them. But yeah, I hope that you guys loved this episode, and I'm so happy that you came to support anyone watching. And then thank you again to Cassandra for writing in. If you guys want to
Yes.
write in, please email me
Yes.
at the Baby Mama Drama Podcast at gmail.com. Yes, there it is. Thank you, Jadalyn, for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show.
Of course. I loved it.
Yay! And you guys have an amazing day. We'll see you next time.